straight out of a science fiction movie. Picture the ocean's waves, but in the sky. These undulating wave-like clouds create dramatic, swirling skies that are so mesmerizing, you might think a storm is about to break out. It's like nature's own sky roller coaster. The phenomenon was first observed on March 30th, 2015, over Augusta, Georgia, and since then, it's been making waves. Literally. These clouds are formed when wind shear and atmospheric instability come together, creating those eerie wave-like patterns. The result? A cloud formation so unique, it was officially recognized as a distinct type. Footage and images of this rare event quickly spread, leaving everyone in awe of the beauty and mystery above. It's not just dramatic, it's incredibly rare too. Next, let's dive into the magic of the Aurora Borealis. A light show so stunning, it feels like the sky's throwing a cosmic party. In 2023, the snowy mountains of Sweden became the stage for one of the most dazzling displays of northern lights ever recorded. These vibrant greens and purples are no coincidence. They're caused by energized particles from the sun colliding with Earth's atmosphere. The result? A mesmerizing dance of colors that ripple and swirl across the heavens, leaving anyone who sees them completely spellbound. This incredible footage, captured high in the Swedish mountains, shows the auroras at their most vibrant, transforming the frosty landscape into a glowing masterpiece. It's not just a light show, it's nature's way of reminding us how magical the world can be. You can find these captivating clips all over platforms like YouTube and Instagram. And trust me, once you see the sky come alive in these videos, you'll be hooked. Talk about a spectacle you'll never forget. Let's talk about one of the rarest and most magical weather phenomena out there, fire rainbows. Officially known as circumhorizontal arcs, these vibrant, rainbow-like bands of color light up the sky in the most spectacular way. They form when sunlight passes through hexagonal ice crystals in high-altitude cirrus clouds, creating a stunning display of colors with red on top and violet at the bottom. But here's the catch. The sun has to be at least 58 degrees above the horizon, and those ice crystals have to align just right. Sounds tricky, right? That's why they're so rare. Even cooler, they can happen at night with moonlight under the same conditions. This isn't just a random rainbow. It's a celestial masterpiece that looks like it was plucked straight out of a dream. Imagine standing under a sky that seems to be painted with fire and light. Isn't that incredible? Here's a weather twist you probably didn't see coming. Snownadoes. Yep, we're talking about a tornado made of snow. Think of it as a tornado's frosty cousin, spinning through a snow-covered landscape with flair. This rare phenomenon forms when strong winds pick up loose snow and twist it into a spiraling vortex, creating a stunning, swirling column of snow that looks straight out of a fantasy winter world. To make a snownado happen, you need just the right mix: freezing temperatures, powerful winds, and a fresh layer of powdery snow. It's like nature showing off its ability to mix chaos with beauty. Snownados are usually spotted in wide-open fields or flat terrains where the wind can really let loose, and they tend to disappear almost as quickly as they form, lasting only a few seconds to a couple of minutes. But in that brief moment, they put on a spectacular show. Reminding us how unpredictable and magical winter can truly be. And voila! You've got yourself a steam devil, swirling and dancing across the surface like nature's own smoke signal. They're most commonly spotted during chilly mornings or evenings, especially when the air temperature is low, but the water remains warm. While these delicate whirlwinds don't last long, often vanishing within minutes, their graceful spirals and ethereal movements can leave you utterly captivated. Steam devils are a rare treat for those lucky enough to witness them, turning ordinary landscapes into mystical scenes that feel almost otherworldly. It's like the earth itself is breathing out little puffs of wonder for us to enjoy. Ever heard of an ice tsunami? It's not something you see every day, but it's an awe-inspiring and real weather phenomenon. An ice tsunami, also called an ice shove, happens when powerful winds or dramatic temperature changes push massive slabs of ice from lakes or oceans onto the land. This can result in huge ice sheets advancing hundreds of meters inland. Creating massive ice piles that can reach up to 12 meters, 40 feet high. Imagine the force it takes to push a frozen ocean onto the shore. Most ice tsunamis occur during the winter or early spring, when the ice is loose and winds are at their strongest. What makes this so incredible is that it can cause significant damage to coastal buildings, roads, and landscapes. The Great Lakes region has seen ice tsunamis over the years, and they leave behind dramatic footage of nature's power. If you ever think about nature taking a wild turn, this is one of those moments where you see the ice come alive and march across the land, reshaping everything in its path. Now, how about a lake that's not only beautiful, but also totally out of the ordinary? Welcome to Pink Lake Heiliger in Australia. This lake is famous for its stunning, vibrant pink color, which looks like something out of a dream. But it's not magic. It's all thanks to a special microalgae called Dunaliella salina. These tiny organisms thrive in the lake's salty waters and produce carotenoids, the pigments that turn the water its iconic rosy color. The lake is especially colorful in the warmer months, when the evaporation increases the salinity, making the algae even more vibrant. The beauty of Pink Lake is that its color can vary based on the temperature and salinity, so every time you visit, you might see a slightly different shade of pink. It's a photographer's paradise, attracting people from all over the world who are drawn to its unusual appearance. This natural wonder isn't just eye-catching. It's a testament to how life adapts to extreme environments and makes its home in places you'd never expect.
Broken. Oh, yeah.
What is a Brocken specter? It's an optical illusion that happens when your shadow is cast onto a cloud or mist, creating a much larger, distorted version of yourself. This eerie effect occurs when the sun is behind you and you're standing on a ridge or mountain, gazing down into fog or clouds. The shadow looks magnified, and sometimes it's surrounded by a halo of light, known as Heiligenschein. This occurs when sunlight refracts through tiny water droplets in the cloud, adding to the mystical experience. Named after the Brocken Mountain in Germany, or mother of pearl clouds, look like. These stunning clouds form really high up, about 20,000 to 25,000 meters above the ground, where the air is super cold. When sunlight hits the tiny ice crystals in the clouds just right, they scatter the light in a way that makes the clouds glow with soft, pastel colors. Think pinks, blues, and purples. all shimmering like a pearl necklace in the sky. You usually find these beauties in the polar regions during the winter months, but under the right conditions, they can sometimes show up in other places. While they're breathtaking to look at, they also have a little secret. They're linked to ozone layer depletion because of the chemicals that form in these high clouds. Still, they're a reminder of how amazing and mysterious nature can be. Okay, here's one that'll definitely make you do a double take. Animal rain. Just think you're standing outside in a rainstorm, and instead of just water, you start seeing frogs, fish, or even spiders falling from the sky. Sounds like something out of a weird science fiction story, right? But it's actually a real thing. Animal rain happens when strong winds, like those from waterspouts, mini tornadoes over water, pick up small animals from lakes or rivers and carry them into the air. After being tossed around, they eventually fall back down with the rain. It's more common with lighter creatures like fish or frogs, but still, it's a rare sight that can catch anyone off guard. And while it might sound unbelievable, it's actually been documented all over the world. So next time you hear about an animal, tucked away in the icy expanse of East Antarctica, this deep red waterfall spills out of the Taylor Glacier, standing in stark contrast to the surrounding white landscape. The secret behind its striking hue? Iron-rich, salty water that has been trapped beneath the glacier for millions of years. When this ancient water seeps out, even more fascinating, scientists have discovered that this briny lake supports microbial life, thriving in conditions we consider extreme. This discovery has sparked discussions about what it might mean for life beyond Earth. ranging from yellow to green and even white, are the result of minerals like calcium, magnesium sulfate, and sodium crystallizing in unique patterns. For centuries, visitors can marvel at this one-of-a-kind phenomenon from designated viewpoints. Spotted Lake isn't just a lake, it's a vibrant blend of nature, culture, and wonder. Ever watched Avatar and been mesmerized by the glowing plants of Pandora? Well, nature has its own version of bioluminescence right here on Earth, called foxfire, also known as fairy fire or chimpanzee fire. Foxfire is the bluish-green glow produced by certain fungi, like the bitter oyster, Pinellus stypticus, or the jack-o'-lantern mushroom, Amphilotus olearius, thriving on decaying wood. This magical light is created through a chemical reaction between luciferin and the enzyme luciferase. Foxfire has fascinated humans for centuries, even catching Aristotle's attention